I like beer items that people find. This was a beer called Hoppin' Gator. It was a flavored beer. Wait a second. Someone might have used this for a pipe or something. Wait, no. This goes on the end. That was... I think this one goes right here. Look, I fixed it.
There you go.
What's the next one?
You ready?
Yep.
All right, what do you want to be remembered for?
Oh, geez, the Scottsdale Beer Museum. I want to be remembered for this. I mean, a lot of people laugh and joke at me because we're not really a museum. It's a collection that I started when I lived in Germany in 1983. I collected a can and I sent it back to myself, my mom, who actually was living back in the States, and I started collecting beer cans. And then I had a friend in Michigan, Mount Pleasant, Michigan, and he was really famous for his museum. His name was Gary Bauer. And Gary Bauer gave me a couple items before I moved to Arizona. And I have them to this day in the beer museum. Gary has died. So after Gary died, I really started to make the beer museum take off. And a lot of people came to visit the beer museum. And they loved it so much that they started to bring me items like that their grandfather had, that were in the family, beer trays and stuff. My one thing is when people donate stuff, I tell them, look, this is going to be in a beer museum to be shared with people from all over the world. And what I do is, I know how it is to be with bands on the road. I went on the road with Jackal for a couple little mini tours. We shot their home video that was out on Geffen, and they were supporting Aerosmith. So we were on this 2-week tour with Jackal and Aerosmith. And not a lot of, even the major bands, the smaller bands, don't have a lot of money. So when they go to a town, they're relying on their fans to buy merchandise most of the time. But the gasoline price, all this stuff costs a lot for them to travel. So what I do is here in Arizona, if there's a band I really, really like and I see them maybe at the Yucca Tap Room or Last Exit or something, I approach the band after or before sometimes, mostly after, and I say, hey, do you guys have a place to stay? And sometimes they say, no, we don't. I go, well, look, I have a beer museum in South Scottsdale, and if you guys want, you can save on the hotel room. I have a washer and dryer, beer, a pool, a little disc golf course in the back. Come on over and spend the night. So, a lot of bands have taken me up on this. And I've actually had bands from all over the world stay here. And when they get here, they don't know what to expect, a beer museum, and they see the beer museum, and they really love the beer museum. And some of them go back out into their bus and get their equipment and come and perform in here. And that's what's really, really cool. And so not only is it a beer museum, it's an underground music venue. But I don't ever charge any money. Everything here is free. So I don't charge to get in. It's just a word of mouth. I give tours word of mouth. It's all underground. And the performances here, some of them are only seen by me or a couple of people. But we have had some famous bands take me up on my offer. We've had Nashville Pussy. They're out of Atlanta, Georgia. It's a great band. We had a lot of fun. They stayed here. I've had Hawkwind, Nick Turner's Hawkwind. They loved it so much here. They're from England. They've stayed 3 times at my house. I just like helping bands out because if I can help them save money, this is the way I look at it. If I can help them save money, a band that I truly love, and they come over to my house and I can feed them, give them beer, have them do their laundry, and have them have a place to stay, they save all that money for one day that they would be spending on the road. But what it means to me is that they'll come back to this city. It keeps them going, I kind of feel. And it's my way of giving back to rock and roll. Yep. So that's my whole story on that.